Hello and welcome guys. Today I've got another Rocket League video. I've been getting told a lot by people that they want to see more Rocket League, and I've been meaning to try and get back into it, but there's not really much you can record on Rocket League nowadays. So I'm going to try and make a video here on how to help people avoid getting scammed. So I'm going to go through all the different methods scammers use. Well, let's get straight into this. Going off with the first one, there's like a scamming trade people do where they try and get you to trade, say, something really good for their crappy stuff. So this is a bit hard to show because I don't really have the items for this. People usually pretend Cobalt are white Dracos, normal Dracos are grey. People usually put in the white Dracos, you see it's white, yeah, alright, you make an offer. And then usually players will switch it. They'll switch it like that back and forward. And then they'll do it real quick that they switch to the grey ones. And they still look white. So this gets people a lot of the time. If a player I'm trading with ever takes out the item and then puts it back in, the exact same item, it is completely unnecessary for them to do that. So I get real sus of them. And you've always got to check the colour of the item before you're trading, if they're switching it out again and again. Next is a trade that people do. Sometimes when you put in one item, it won't let you view the color of it. So the other day I got these grey reactors. I actually can't put them in at the moment, but they look white. So someone could fool me by putting that in and saying, yeah, it's white. But it will show up as, you won't be able to view the color of the item. Usually you would press in the left thumbstick to view the color of the item, and sometimes it doesn't work. Like right now it's not working at the moment. I'm pressing in the left thumbstick. And how to fix this is that you got to ask someone to put in a second item, and when they do that they should be able to view the color. There, purple rat rod. So now it works. And once they take out that item, you're able to view, well, you're not able to view the item, but you've confirmed that it is purple. But like if they take it out and put it back in, you got to ask them again, chuck in another item, because they could have switched it for a different color. Alright, so next is, I got a message from this guy named Stutz, and I'm going to be quoting him on this. He commented on my video. There's a scam going around that he called it the club spam scam. And so what it requires, people will usually say, like, people will pretend they're a YouTuber, or sometimes they will be a YouTuber, and they'll say they want a screenshot for their thumbnail of you accepting the trade. But they want to make it out that they've made huge profit in the screenshot to sort of like build suspense for their video. Alright, so Stutz says here, if you're not in a club, a player can spam the club invite to block your ability to cancel the trade. So, he asked him for a favour. He wanted a screenshot of his inventory. Then says he wants it to say trading in. So they wanted both of them to accept the trade. But then what he did is, he wasn't able to cancel when he started spamming him with club invites. I'm not exactly sure how this happens, but this is not the first time someone's told me about this. So if you're ever going to click accept on a trade, do not do it for someone so they can screenshot it for their YouTube channel. They can get their friends to do that. The moment you press accept should be the moment that you are happy with the trade you're making with the player. Never click accept just for like the sake of it. If you're not happy with the trade, never click accept. Because there are ways to block it, as this guy says, and I've had other people saying, so I believe it is true. I've not witnessed it for myself, but don't click accept unless you're happy with the trade. Next is the over 24 item scam. And so this requires a trade between two people, and one person has to pay more than 24 items for it to be an even deal. So a lot of the time I see players saying they want to trade their heatwave for more than 24 crates. So one time I saw a player say he wants 26 crates of heatwave. And so you think to yourself, this deal is too good to pass up on. And what they do, they ask for 2 crates first that you give to them, and then in the next 24 batch of crates you give to them, they'll give you the heatwave. But 90% of the time, the person will run off with the 2 crates that you gave to them for free. And basically you've just gotten scammed there. So to avoid this, just 24 items maximum in a trade. Do not make it two-way trades. I myself don't even trust middlemen. They are used to trade more than 24 items between players. So both players give the middleman the items. But there's way too many scams going around with middleman. There are people pretending to be them, or people just saying they are, and people are gullible enough to believe it. So I just recommend no middleman, no more than 24, because if they're asking for more than 24 items, most likely they're just going to scam you. So try and offer something else than more than 24 items, and you should be alright. There's one scams that involve certified items, but I'll just go over briefly. Someone chucks in an item that is certified, and the certification doesn't pop up for the other person unless they take it out and put it back in. Some people know that, some people take advantage of it, and they say, no, the item's certified. People can get away with it, but very, very rarely that will ever happen. Next scam is codes. This is one that's a bit weird. It's very hard to try and do a even trade with someone. Like, they'll give you a code, they say they'll give you a code for something, and most of the time it's just not it. So let's say someone wants to give you a code for Fortnite V-Bucks. That's a good one to use, I guess. So Fortnite V-Bucks, someone's got a code, $10 code, Fortnite V-Bucks. And so they'll ask for something, they want $10. They'll ask, let's just say 20XX, and I'll give you the code. Now, it's very hard to do this. I would never do it. Never trust people with codes. It's very easy for them to fake it and just say that they own a code when they don't. And they will ask for the item first before they send you the code. You do that, you get scammed, like almost 100% of the time. So, never do codes. There's one scam I've seen going around, and it's people who are even friends for a very long time. Some people, it's usually kids on Rocket League. Kids will ruin friendships for virtual items. And so I've had a lot of times where someone would say that they gave their best friend an item to try out, and they just run off with it. So I trust my friends. If you know my friends in my videos, I give them items all the time. They give me items. They're very trustworthy people, but like, we are adults, we understand that it's just a game, and these virtual items are just virtual items. And kids treat these like they will protect their items with their life. They will ruin friendships, and I've seen a lot of times where kids would trade to other kids who are their best friends, let them borrow a 20XX, let's say, and they run off with it. So I guess it's a scam, but I shouldn't really be talking about it in this video, because mostly I'm trying to go over scams strangers will use against you. But for those kids that are watching, be careful trading with your friends, no matter how much you trust them. I've got a lot of people saying that their best friends scam them, and don't let what I'm saying sort of ruin your trust in your friend. I don't know, I guess maybe just keep your items to yourself, they keep their items to themselves. I've actually missed a pretty big scam, very well known in Rocket League, is the duplication glitch. And so just understand that duplicating in this game, it cannot happen anymore. There is no way to duplicate. I'm a bit uncertain if it was real in the past. I never tried it because I guess it's considered illegal, because you can sell Rocket League items for money, and if you're duplicating them, you're making an infinite source of money. So I believe it is illegal for that reason. Duplicating is not a thing. You cannot duplicate. Never trust anyone. They come up with some crazy things, like you gotta cancel your game or unplug your internet or something while you're about to do the trade. But yeah, there's no way of duplicating, so don't trust anyone that says that. One thing people do are the trust item scams, and there are a few reasons why people will ask for a trust item for whatever reason. You'll know when you come across it. Whenever someone asks for a trust item, just don't do it. That's a scam that they use to try and get free items off you. I did a video on a scamming a scammer, a video on my channel, and I managed to scam someone out of a couple items because they were asking for trust items. They were claiming they can dupe, and so yeah, trust items, don't do it. He also said after that I did it that there's no duplicating glitch, and he was actually trying to scam me. So never trust trust items. Lastly, I'm going to finish off by saying that, like, if you don't know prices, there's a Rocket League spreadsheet. It's like a Google Docs. I'll put the link of it into the description so you can see what stuff is worth if you don't know already. And if you ever say to someone that, well, not everyone I could say, but some people, if you say to them that you don't know prices, they will take advantage of you and try and underpay for your items. So always try and refer to the Rocket League spreadsheet, like the item price spreadsheet, to make sure you are getting a fair deal. Some people say they're using a different one. I'm not entirely sure which spreadsheet is true, but the one I use will be in the description, and it seems like everyone, well, most people I come across are using the same one. So yeah, I'll leave that in the description. And if I missed any sort of scams, like ways people scam, just let me know in the comments. I could make a second video if there were a lot more, but I think I got all the important ones, the well-known ones that people are using. And so I hope this video helped, and I guess, yeah, good luck with trading. I'll catch you all later.